reckoning. How many times have you heard me call for something like that for various things? How many times have we talked about that when it comes to Afghanistan and what was done there? What was done to the troops? 20 years of blood and misery over in that place, and then we just ran out on a mission they couldn't even define. And the way we ran out on that mission, getting another 13 of our warriors killed right before we vaporized 10 innocent civilians, is something that should be investigated and people should be held to account. My friend Jerry Dunleavy wrote a book with my friend James Hassan. The book is called Kabul. Highly recommend you pick up that book if you want to know what we did over there. So, Jerry, before we get to what you did today with the resignation, could you please talk about this foreign affairs investigative team? What were you on? How'd you get on this thing? What were the promises?
Right. So before I joined the House Foreign Affairs Committee, I was an investigative reporter, reported on Afghanistan, then wrote the book Kabul with James Hassan, fellow, I wasn't a veteran, but, Afghan war veteran. James was fantastic co-author. After being a reporter and writing this book, I was asked if I would come on to the committee, the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and help them with their investigation as a senior investigator. What I was told we would be doing. In fact, what I said we needed to do as part of me coming on is I said, look, I'm a reporter. I'm an investigative reporter. I investigate things. That's what I do. If I come on, I want to be part of something serious, something sweeping in scope, something that's going to hold people accountable, get answers, go down every investigative avenue that we need to go down. And with the goal of accountability for the people that screwed this up and the goal of making sure that this doesn't happen again.
Jerry, can I pause you just for a moment? Who invited you to come on? Who were the people who wanted today called Jerry, get on our committee? Who was it?
Senior staff members of the committee asked me to come on, and I was hired personally by
McCaul. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We met in his office and talked about the investigation, and during that meeting about bringing me on, he made the same promises as he's made publicly. So I'm not really giving anything even really away here. That the investigation is going to leave no stone unturned. That we're going to do everything in our power to get answers about what happened, answers for the Abbey Gate Gold Star families. And look, I don't want to be here. I truly wish that the promises that Chairman McCaul made were followed through on. I wish that I was coming on your show to talk about all of the incredible things that the investigation had found, all of the people we had held accountable. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. It's not just that those promises weren't kept, it's that there was not even a real effort to keep those promises.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. That leads me to what you did today, because we haven't even gone into that yet. What did you do today publicly and why? And I swear I won't interrupt again. The floor is yours, Jerry. Tell us what happened.
Yeah. So today I did, actually on Friday, I sent in my letter of resignation. I resigned in protest from the committee. I made that public today. After speaking with the Abbey Gate Gold Star families, letting them know kind of what I had done and what I was planning to do. It had to be done. The committee is not doing the basic things that it needs to do. The things that we have done oftentimes have been treating people with kid gloves, people that share a big piece of responsibility for what happened. Our hearing with Zalmay Khalilzad, who was the U.S.'s top negotiator with the Taliban in 2020 and in 2021, So President Biden kept him on. A nefarious guy. All of the evidence points to this guy is a bad actor. And when we brought him in, we treated him with kid gloves, and that was extremely disappointing. We brought in Chairman Milley and General McKenzie, the two highest-ranking military officials at the time of the withdrawal in 2021. They share their own piece of the blame as well, and the committee, the chairman, and the committee, in my view, deliberately let them off the hook. And so the things that we have done, we have not done in a serious way. And there are tons of things that I've been insisting for many, 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 many months that we do, questions that we need to ask. We failed to bring in the top military commanders on the ground during the NEO. That would be General Donahue, General Farrell Sullivan, Rear Admiral Vaisley. I've been saying for many months that we need to bring these guys in. They're the ones that can talk about interactions with the Taliban. They're the ones that can talk about whatever agreements or deals the U.S. military reached to rely on the Taliban to provide security outside of that airport. They're the ones that can tell us about the Taliban sometimes refusing to do what we asked during the evacuation, the Taliban beating up Americans, the Taliban beating up and killing our Afghan allies, these things happening within view of our Marines at the gates. They can talk about us asking the Taliban to search or raid ISIS-K locations in Kabul during the evacuation, and the Taliban telling us no. I mean, and this is what I'm giving you here is just a thin slice, the tip of the iceberg, in terms of the things that we should have been doing, the basic things, if we wanted to get answers and accountability for the Gold Star families, for all of the U.S. service members that have died in this 20-year war, for all of their Gold Star families, and for the American public, because I am worried that the U.S. government, State Department, the Pentagon, the intelligence community, they have not learned their lessons because they haven't had to, because no one's been held accountable. So accountability is important for its own sake, but I am extremely worried that without the lessons learned and without the accountability, something much worse is going to happen. We are going to be in a potentially serious war with a great power in the near future. And if we don't learn these lessons, there's going to be a lot more Gold Star families, a lot more unnecessary Gold Star families. And so that is why, after a lot of soul searching, I thought that it was best to blow the whistle on the inaction and incompetence of the committee, and to tell people what's going on, what they need to know, and to try and get this out in the public so that people know that their elected representatives are not doing real oversight and not holding people accountable the way they should be.